Now, so what do they, after some data, what do they like? I mean, what do they expect? And how do they start choosing and deciding which trip they want to book? You know, your guests, they want to be understood. They want to be taken care of. They want to be able to trust you. They want to see that you have expertise in what you're doing, and they want to pay a fair price. Not too much, but not too little. So that's what they're looking for. And keep that always in mind when you're communicating with your guest, especially if it's the first interaction. Keep that in mind. They are at this stage of the interaction, they are at a different level. You know, they have maybe they just decided on Silk Road in Uzbekistan. They have images and scenes in their mind and in their imaginations. Don't confront them with facts. Don't confront them with prices. Don't confront them with disclaimers and terms in the beginning. You know, be there where they are. That's images and scenes. Ask them what kind of images and what kind of expectations they are looking to fulfill in this trip. And you know, over the last 4 years, we've got some great reviews from your guests, and Indy Guide providers are doing an excellent job. And that's the best part of my job, reading those reviews. And we have a big claim, you know, by enabling life-changing experiences, but it's happening. Based on the reviews, what guests are saying about you and your services and the trip with you, you know, experience of their life, memories for life, best moments of their life, introduction to another world, a trip to remember, you know, and a trip to remember with their children. So you are already creating life-changing experiences, and that's what they're looking for. Because travel has become, it's not a commodity. That's why I don't like to talk about tour products, but that's the term. But you know, it's not a service anymore. It's not an experience anymore. It can be a transformation. It can transform your guest, and it's always two ways probably. You know, your guests have an impact on you and on your country. Your country and you have an impact on your guests. And let's make this a great positive impact. And looking back, you know, the reviews that you're getting are just amazing. It's like almost 100% positive. You know, it's between 95 to 99%. So it's already great. And so they talk about, you know, mostly if there's a common pattern in the positive reviews, it's about the personality of the host and guide. It's about the flexibility of the host and guide in you know, if situations change, and they always do, you know that. So situations always change during the trip than it was planned. So how flexible are you? How do you take care of, you know, changing expectations and changing moods of your guests? And also about the little moments, the magical moments. It's not the museum, it's not the view of a valley, it's the connections that make the biggest impression on your guests. And that's what we are reading in the reviews. You know, it may be a dinner, it may be a talk, it's a situation in the car. It's just this personal connection and affection to each other that makes this trip so great. And at the end, you know, if they say it's like leaving behind a friend that you've made on your trip, that's when there is this connection. And in the few cases of negative reviews, it's just the opposite. You know, if there is no flexibility, no understanding, and not caring enough of your guests, if it's about, you know, technical issues, payments, terms, rooms, cleanliness, punctuality, these are the things that we're reading in negative reviews. Of course, your driver has to be on time. You know, once is okay, but if he's late every day and every time, that's just not acceptable. That's a small thing, but that's the only thing that they will have in the review, that your driver is not punctual. Everything else might be perfect, but that's a negative review, and you don't want that. You know, English, the language barriers are an issue, and sometimes safety. You know, in some cases, if the back seats don't have safety belts, if your driver is texting while driving, Europeans, especially Germans, Swiss people, they are very, very sensitive about that. You know, if you're texting while driving, if you talk while driving, if you, of course, if you smoke, that's not acceptable while driving, your drivers. And that's in the negative reviews. That's the pattern. That means everything else is great, but these are the small little things that leave such a bad impression that it results in an overall bad review.